Welcome back to Bloodstock 2015. We're joined by Pete from Enisferum, and welcome to Bloodstock. Although you've been here before, I think a few years ago.
Yeah,
now,
a couple of times before. Yeah. I think the previous time was 2010.
Yeah, right.
Like when we were still young
and carefree.
Yeah.
Silly question. I know you're on the main stage later. You must be looking forward to it.
Yes. Every time we've been here, it's been really killer good. So I think we got a party today. Yeah.
And the weather for a change is...
weather is perfect for this one, so yeah.
And there's festivals in general. I was talking about the weather because you played Wacken this year, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that?
We were there at that point when it did not rain, so good. It was cloudy, not that warm, like, I don't know, maybe 15, 16, 17 degrees, so...
which is just nice.
Just a couple of degrees too cold with the wind blowing on stage, but otherwise just can't complain. Good. Yeah.
And how do you compare, a festival like Wacken to a Bloodstock, which is obviously a lot more compact, a lot smaller?
Yeah.
Do you feel a difference on stage, or is it still?
When everything works, that's like our main concern. Festivals, you have fast changeovers and all that. So technical issues are more present than on your own club tour, for example, when you have all day to set up your gear and all that one. So we're kind of worrying that when the guy press play and nothing happens and we're just, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much the main worry. Otherwise, it's festival like setup is the same. You have shitloads of people. You talk to everybody of them, and you don't even know who they are, and
you might not see them then until the festival circuit the following year.
Yeah, probably. Right now, we've been actually hanging out with Cannibal Corpse, since we've been yesterday and the day before, and the weekend before, and weekend after this one. We're gonna be sitting right next to their backstage, so we're just parked with them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And how does your set list differ? Because obviously you've got a shorter time.
Yeah, we got
the usual show.
Yeah, we have 45-minute sets, so and the average length of a song from us is like between 5 and 6 minutes. So you can count it over. If we squeeze it really tight, it's about 7-8 songs. So we gotta push 3 new songs, and then like kind of like best off from the rest.
Which you have to do in a festival.
Yeah. It's party time. It's you can play like more, I don't know, like this weirder songs on your own shows and stuff like that when you have a longer set. So yeah. So we're here to party.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, the latest album, One Man Army, came out early this year. Was that a long process to record, or did it happen pretty quickly in the end?
In our timetable, it was relatively quickly. Yeah, we take our time when writing the material, since it doesn't make any point to release anything what is not finished. We don't want to do that one. And we got the songs almost ready when the studio time started, so we left the rest over there, like some details and the vocal melodies and all that small things to the studio, since we were running out of time, like every single time. If we book a studio now, let's say like 2017 March, we're gonna run late. Anyway, so.
And do you have to work that far in advance?
Well, yeah, with all the touring schedules and all that one, you need to actually start thinking ahead, like a couple of years, which kind of feels stupid, Like, where are you gonna be on 2017 March 8th? I don't fucking know. Somewhere. Yeah, ask my management. They probably know. Yeah, my life better than I do. Need to think about that one. But back to the question, actually. Yeah, the studio went totally fine. No bigger problems, and it was a really good time. Our producer recorder Anssi Kippo, who was doing the album with us, just fucking amazing dude.
And is he your producer from previous albums as well?
No, not with us. No, I've been over there with my former band Northern. We did a few albums over there, so know the guy from that part on. Yeah, and he's just he knows almost too much, from how to do musical stuff and how everything works better. And he's a fucking wizard. Let's say it that way. Yeah.
And that must take a bit of pressure off you as well, knowing that.
Yeah. You can definitely count on him. He can tell you if the guitar is that slightly off tune that I don't hear it, but he says yes, it is out of tune, and I'm like, I don't hear shit. Then I check it out with the tuner. He says everything is on spot. He's like, yeah, just put it like a half a mil low. Yeah, whatever. If it suits you, sir, I'll do that. And I'll do that one. And then he's like, okay, now we can continue. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know.
But it's that old thing of somebody on the outside looking in. They see it from a different.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think people should rely also on, like, I don't know, friends, whatever, when they're writing new stuff, like, take a listen to this one. How does this one sound? Because they can tell you straight, like, that's shit, man. Just fuck that and do something else. And like, yeah, it's important nowadays since record sales are what they are nowadays. So you need to bring out good material so that people will appreciate spending the money to it. So, yeah.
And you mentioned good material there, and the band's songs have always. Well, you've always had that sort of overall feel of sort of folklore and the music. Do you go for the lyrics first and then the music, or is it just sort of all come together as one?
We pretty much every single time do the music first and then start fitting the lyrics on it. And where our bass player, who's right behind you doing another interview, he's responsible for that lyrics. And well, this time we did not use that much like any folklore mythology or whatever. It's pretty much more about war, like general, or I don't know, kind of hard to say, but also he told on a couple of interviews like not to reveal like the point of the lyrics, because everybody who is reading the lyrics, hearing it, they can get their own impression about it, and I think that works just way better.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah,
because as you say, everybody has their own avenue into it and what they take from it. So how are we? I know it's probably a long way off, but have you a sort of time schedule in mind? I mean, you mentioned possibly studio time in a couple of years, but is there anything definite, or are you pretty fluid at the moment?
So far we have only like schedules pretty much like till the end of this year. So 2016 there is some kind of tour in the process of planning at the moment, so hard to say yet what's going to come up, but hopefully it will be relatively busy anyway. Yeah.
Cool. And you mentioned, I always ask this because obviously you live and breathe the band, but do you ever get to the point where you think, I actually want to step away from things and chill and recharge? And if so, what would be the perfect sort of recharge moment, shall we say?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty like fast tempo, like this festival, for example. I've been sleeping for the last 3 days about, I don't know. Last time was good. It showed 5 hours, so 5, and then hour and a half, and then like 3 hours back at home before the flights took off at 6 in the morning. So
it must drain you, though.
Yeah, it does. And then, napping on a flight is always comfortable when you don't have any leg room and stuff like that. And sleeping in a van is very uncomfortable for longer periods of time. And but when we are not doing anything, I just want to stay home. I don't want to go anywhere. I have no business anywhere else. And if I go out, I don't know what to do. It starts to be like, my life is fucking monotonic, I only know how to play heavy metal, and I don't know, is that a good thing or sad?
So it's heavy metal or
Yeah.
home?
Heavy metal or home, yeah,
One or
yeah.
the
You know, channel surfing all day long, waiting for the next festival to start up in a few hours. Like, oh, okay, yeah, back to routine.
Absolutely. And well, you mentioned Cannibal Corpse there. Are you going to try and catch a few bands before you jet off to the next venue, or is that not going to be possible?
I'm not sure if we're actually gonna have time to check out anything like the previous 2 days. We have heard all the bands though, you know. Thank God they play loud in festivals, so you can hear it also at the backstage. Well, tonight would be awesome chance to see Rob Zombie, since he's not that often over here in the European side. But he plays kind of late, and we were already thinking about leaving from the hotel to catch a little bit of nap time in the hotel around 8:30.
Yeah.
So, because we need to be at the airport at 6 in the morning. No, the flight leaves at 6. And so we need to be there at 4. And we have an airport hotel, so the distance is not long. But then there is all this hassle with the shitloads of gear when you need to get fitted somewhere in the plane. So, and today was actually fucking cool because we made it. By, let's say, 3 minutes later, they would have closed the gate. Oh shit, this is like, such a bullshit with airlines, you know. Sometimes it would be cool if you could actually be on the Iron Maiden status. You could have your own fucking airplane, fly whenever you want. But we're not, so we do it the common way.
You do it old school.
Yes, we do it old school, yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your time. I know
Thank you.
you're incredibly busy today, and I'm sure it'll be a stormer on the main stage later, and we look forward to it.
Yes,
And
we're gonna
look
have a
forward
party.
to seeing you back in the UK, hopefully soon as well. So thank you very much.
That is also under construction at the moment. To get some dates over here.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.